interesting, and we'll make sure that you have that connection. All right? Our next speaker, people always ask me, man, we have a twin, how do you travel so much? Because I'm everywhere, but this brother travels more than I do. He started an organization called the Black Wall Street Challenge, looking at the historical perspective of Black Wall Street in Tulsa. He really is about black business. You'll see him on social media in every city across the country, always supporting black businesses and really getting highlights for that. And we're very proud to have him tonight to talk about his journey and what he's doing and how he's helping black businesses around the country. Let's give a round of applause for Stefan West.
All right, I got some big shoes to follow up on now right here. Let's give her another round of applause. I'm not as great a speaker. I will warn you, I might have to look at my notes a couple times. I got a lot going on, but so basically I bypassed on the intro part because I didn't want to repeat myself, but my name is Stefan West. If you are connected with me on Facebook, it's Stefan Self-Ruler West. But so basically I don't like to say I started the Black Wall Street Challenge because the mindset behind the whole idea of the Black Wall Street is something that it's kind of what our ancestors that's in us.
Yes, sir.
Natural to support each other. And you know, back when the Black Wall Street was prominent, we didn't have any other option also as well. So a lot of you, I know, you probably are familiar with the Black Wall Street. If you're not familiar with it, is anyone in here familiar with the original Black Wall Street? Tulsa. All right, I'm gonna get back to that. This is why I said I'm not good at this. First off, I want to thank Dr. Lance, Global 1000, for having me, NexCore for allowing us to be here as well, and all of you that took the initiative to come out today to a networking event of like-minded individuals. All right. Now let's go back to what the Black Wall Street is or was. So if you know anything about history, we had slavery. Of course, that's not where our history started, but we're going to start from there. So after slavery ended, we released all these black people off into the country. We were property prior to that, so we didn't know anything about business, ownership, any of that kind of stuff, right? We weren't even looked at as citizens. But somehow, in 50 years after slavery, we had our own banks, our own institutions, our own infrastructure, our own hospitals. I mean, anything you could think of that you need to make a city function properly, we've had that. We had that in our own community. And what integration did, if you fast forward after that, was that disassembled all that from the inside.
Yes,
it pretty much knocked away the foundation that was put there prior. So that hurt us a lot because what we did then is we had the opportunity and the option now to go take our dollars elsewhere. And what that did was that also when the money left, jobs, creation, opportunities leave, other business opportunities leave. So that kind of like it kind of like strips the community of its natural resources, you know. So I saw this as an issue really my whole life, and I was always infatuated by the idea of the Black Wall Street, which I'm getting to. So it's a town in Tulsa called Greenwood, some call it Little Africa, and it was destroyed literally in like a 2 to 3 night span due to allegations of a black man assaulting a white man. Now, we don't know if that was true or false, but what happened after that, they tried to come to this side of town and take this black man and lynch him. Town was like, nah, we're not having it, we're not gonna let that happen. Gunfight ensued. From then on, you know, the other side of town, which is the prominent white side of town, went and, you know, Berserk just destroyed this town, leveled it. They even used, it was one of the only times that the U.S. ever used its own planes to bomb its own soil. Only time in documented history that's ever happened. You look it up. So that led to a lot of black people being displaced in that area and just really just destroyed, like, you know, leveled. Nobody ever received any insurance claims. Nobody ever got, you know, relocated. And even to this day, the people in Tulsa are having trouble with the city and just zoning permits just to get people, just to get to be able to use it as a tourist attraction. Because where it's located, they got these zoning rules, and since it's, you know, they can't get it, they can't get a simple sign and exit off the highway just to say, you know, the historic Black Wall Street Challenge. So they're still dealing with that today. But they are making progresses with Jay Morrison and the real estate fund that they're trying to do.
And tell them a little bit about the number of businesses and the kind of businesses that were there.
Okay, so the kind of businesses were everything from a hospital to insurance companies to banks to our fire department, airport.
6 jets owned by black people.
Yeah, I mean, we had a whole city, like a whole, and this wasn't just Tulsa now. This is another thing that we miss out on. Tulsa was not the only Black Wall Street. There were multiple, this was happening all over the country.
Rosewood.
It was happening in Rosewood, Haiti, there's a couple other cities, but they were prominent and, you know, they were all destroyed, you know, due to some sort of
decimated.
Yeah. So with that being said, I was always infatuated by this whole concept of just getting back to that. You know, how do we get back to that way of thinking? How do we get back to thinking like, yo, this is my brother here, I'm gonna spend with him. You know what I'm saying? How do we get back to that mindset? How do we get back to trusting each other and wanting to do that too? Yeah, so I started on the journey as well, and it happened around shortly after the Mike Brown situation. I started, you know, I guess wanting to do something because how they were just playing it and everybody here. Are y'all familiar with the Mike Brown situation? Okay, cool. So that changed me so much internally. I stopped watching TV that year. I mean, I just shut down because the way the media was playing, it was like it was a war zone in our city, and we knew that wasn't going on. You know what I'm saying? But how they was playing and turning everybody against each other, the city against the county, Ferguson against everybody. You know, it was just a lot of, you know, black against white. It was just a lot of that mess going on. So I was like, man, I want to get out here. I want to learn. I want to do something. So that actually motivated me to go to the Million Man March. You were just talking about that. And I'm gonna touch on that because he's right. Million Man March happened in October 2015, and that was to me like something that really, really, I guess, was like the icing on the cake. Like I gotta do something. I went to see Ferguson speak. I don't really follow any religious. I feel like we all are people first, and I can associate with anybody, you know. And I feel like that is really the godly thing, you know what I'm saying? All these other things that separate us are just another way of segregating us. So I went and was with an open heart and mind and received this message from this powerful man. I want to say he's probably one of the most powerful black men on the planet to me at this point in time, and one of the people that I would love to meet one day because of how he was able to bring so many of us out that were like-minded and that were, you know, just like you said, where you hail from, where you from, my brother, my sister, and everything. And one of the things that I brought back to St. Louis was that all of these black people came from all over, right? To the Million Man March. Not a crime was committed. You can look this up. No crime was committed in that little vicinity of where all that stuff was going on.
You were there in 2015?
I was there in 2015.
I was there in 1995. That's when the first one happened.
Right.
And it wasn't 1 million of us there, even though the media lied. It was 2 million of us there. And you can tell crowd size by groundage that it covers. So from the monument all the way on out, it was just a sea of black people. I've never seen nothing like that before. I mean, we're literally, but we look like ants through, you know, just the way we flow through there. Right. And the white folks come out, dang, he done pulled this off. Imagine what we can pull off.
Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta.
This here get us hurt. This here let them know we ain't alone.
That's right. So as he was saying, yeah, it was a beautiful event, and it changed me in how I view, you know, my brothers and sisters. You know, just on a national level, just like, wow, we got really the people of Earth. You know, we got our own nation, and like she was saying, we have all this stuff out here. A lot of us just don't know where these resources are and how to use them to our benefit. You know what I'm saying? So one one thing that I left with, and to this day, it motivated me though. Ferguson was speaking a lot, but I felt like when I left, I had more questions than answers. So that's kind of what motivated me to say, okay, he didn't really give us a national plan. I kind of feel like it was almost like a recruitment thing too at the same time, which, I can't knock that because, they got an organization. And I understand it, but I felt like he didn't give everybody a plan of action, of course, action to go back to their communities and like, this is what we need to do. And I was looking for that at that time. So, sleeping on it, and I came up with this idea to use the internet for some good. I would find these black businesses, I would go in them, and I would just shop with them and put them on my page. And in the course of that, I would also challenge that business to go spend with another black business, which is where the name Black Wall Street Challenge came. So that's kind of like how I got started, and that was 4 years ago. And right now, currently, I've been in, close to 20 cities across the country. just finding black businesses, shopping with them, putting them on the page, highlighting them and things like that. And so.
Say a number again.
Close to about 20 businesses, 20 different cities. We actually spend money in these different economies. We're not just, and that's another thing, I'm not coming into your business and trying to, steal your shine and just, say, hey, I'm actually shopping with you. It's not a game, it's a real life thing. Like today I went and I try to put this in my daily routine. Like if I gotta get gas I'm in the city, I'm gonna go to Natural Bridge Kings Highway. I don't know if y'all know that. That's black owned, been black owned over 20 years. So I was literally on E. I had a meeting this morning with NAACP and another meeting. I left them and I was like, I was on E, but I'm gonna get to this gas station and spend my money. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. If I go and I want, I do partake in spirits, wines and spirits.
Yes,
and when I want to get that, I go to E&J's on Kings Highway. That's one of the ones that I know that's black owned. They've been open 43 years.
Yes,
I try to keep that in my, my day-to-day routine. So, and I would hope that you all as well try to just, at least if you can, it's black owned, go shop there. I found a new business today, K&M on a page, and I believe that's Vanderventor. And this brother is trying to do so much right there on that corner. He's got a laundromat, he's got a little convenience store, and the city is blocking him from, getting funds, even with just the blighted vacant lots across the street, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. So, yeah, so.
How are they blocking them?
I mean, okay, so he wants to get the EBT, they won't let him get that. They say you gotta have a certain amount of eggs, a certain amount of milk, it's things like that, and then, he's got some other issues, so we're gonna try to help him. So that's another thing. So if you do own a brick and mortar business and you are having, and you're in North St. Louis and you're having some sort of issues with the city, you can get with me on that because I'm actually in the process of just compiling a list of things, and we trying to make the city held accountable.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And, because take for instance a blighted property that could be across the street from your business, right? Asbestos is in there, you got all this lead paint, and you got the grass growing up to where people can't even see your business and things like that. Now, if that was your property, the city would be fining you and sending all these people, zoning people and all that, and but we gotta hold them to the same, the city should be held to the same level of accountability. So that's another thing that we're doing as well. So if you do own a business in North St. Louis and you're having any issues with the city, you can see me on that. That's a new partnership we just formed today with the NAACP. So, on to other things. Also, we have a Facebook group. So if you're on social media right now, pull out your phone. The Black Wall Street Challenge, all one word. And basically, I just put content up there all the time about local businesses, national businesses all over the country that are black owned. And the good thing about the Facebook is it's interactive, so anybody can contribute. If my brother, if you find a new black business tomorrow, or if you got a cousin, a family member that has a black business, you can post it on there. You can let people know what services they provide, and it's free. As long as you posting stuff pertaining to black business, uplifting things like that, I keep it up there. Now, if I get on there and somebody say I went there last week and they had attitude, I delete stuff like that because I'm not here to rate business. That's not what I do. I just want
NexCore.
black businesses
Yes, sir.
are, and how you go support them. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to. I'm gonna tell you something about that in a second. So, well, actually, we can get to that. When you hate on a black business and put them out of business, that hurts all of us
Yes,
because
sir.
that is going to slow the progression of another business opportunity for another business to be created, as well as jobs. We're gonna lose jobs. We're gonna lose tax dollars. And the community loses as a whole. You know, I'm from Walnut Park. Anybody familiar with Walnut Park area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In Walnut Park, we don't have not one sit-down restaurant you can take your family to. Not one. Everything is behind bulletproof, or you got to get it out of gas station. You don't have any sit-down dining spots you can take your son. You know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
got Diners Delight, ain't they right now?
Debbie's Delight.
Debbie's Delight.
She's close. I think
Really?
she relocated to, I believe,
Atlanta.
She went down to Atlanta.
I ain't
And a lot of business owners are going to these other states, like she was saying. You know, Atlanta gets it, Chicago gets it, even Memphis. I went to Memphis and somebody took me to 10 black businesses. Now I could walk around St. Louis and say, hey, you know any black-owned businesses?
You ain't gonna know, Charles.
You see?
That's another reason why you shouldn't keep down black business. Should kind of perpetuate the same myth that our business are good, and that's why people leaving.
Exactly. Hurts all of us, you know. I was listening to Dr. Boyce on the way here, and I really, if you follow me, you know that I'm real cool with Dr. Boyce. That's the homie. I respect the man. He's one of the first people that actually, you know, took me on his wing and took me on tour and just kind of showed me the ropes. Just kind of gave me some jewels. So he was saying that the 3 main initiatives to Black agenda should be that we educate our own children, right? That we create our own jobs, and then we support black businesses. And like, to me, that is like, you know, that's the blueprint to, you know, our community getting back to its former glory. You know what I'm saying? It's just understand that we gotta educate our own kids, and we have to create jobs. We can't rely on the system to come through and save us, because it's been tried and proven that that is not the way to go. I mean, look at the community right now. I mean, I don't want to talk politics, but I do work in politics as well. I'm a consultant, political consultant. But I will say, if you look around, 50 years we've been supporting the Democratic Party. And I'm not saying don't, because here's another thing. This is another thing he was talking about. I'm just speaking real. Now, this might hurt some feelings.
No,
but I'm just going to be real
Big
with you.
truth.
If you look around the community in 50 years, nothing has changed.
Nothing.
Nothing has gotten better. Now, I'm not telling you to go vote Republican because it's the same way, you know, and the way I look at politics is right wing, left wing, same bird. But we gotta
Same
support.
bird.
We have to support the people that have policies in play that support us. We have to, if they don't respect these 3 things, like I said, educating our own. If they're not for that, if they're not for allowing us to help create, you know, more jobs and supporting black businesses, then we shouldn't be voting for them no way. And that's just my honest to God truth, because I work in politics, and it is politics, as they say. You know,
yes, sir.
That's just what it is. I mean, it's you know, they give you this. They say, I mean, Dr. Boyce used a good analogy today, and I'm not gonna get off into that because it might hurt some more feelings. But I will just say that we gotta make sure that when we get to this table, these are the demands. You know, and this is what, if you can't support this, then I can't support it. And I'm just saying, anybody in here, if you do vote, I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm telling you to do your research on who you vote for and the policies in play. You know, if it's something that benefits you, you know, go with that. But if it's something that you like, I don't know, you know, and we can't always go back and, you know, look at things that politicians said 10, 15 years ago, because that's irrelevant now. So even when they start digging up all this stuff on each other, what are we doing right now? Because that'll get you, you know, you be lost in the sauce, because all of them have said something that's not gonna benefit black people. That's just what it is. I mean, politicians go with who's paying, who, you know, where the funding come from. So if you funding them one year, they might say something nice about you, and then the next year they say something totally different. So just do your homework and your research on that. I ain't want to get off of the politics.
That's all right.
That's just,
it's
you
a
know,
part
that
of
is my job. So, but getting back to the Black Wall Street Challenge, I hope everybody did join the page, contribute to the page. Please share the page, share one of our posts. Like the sister was saying, there's so many ways that you can show love to people without shocking them. You know what I'm saying? You could just like a post, share a post, repost a post, you know what I'm saying? And word of mouth. Word of mouth goes a long way. And yeah, so does anybody have any questions? Because I'm gonna get to wrapping this up real soon. I just wanna get a
That
question.
self-ruler, you said something self-ruler in the beginning.
Okay, Stefan Self-Ruler West is my
What you
Facebook.
mean by that, self-ruler?
Oh, well, I mean, ruler of yourself. To rule oneself is the ultimate power.
Yes, sir.
To do that, you have to
Preach.
first off be in tune with yourself. Know where you coming from, where you going, have your purpose, find your purpose, things like that. And I say self-ruler because I feel like we all made in the image of God, right? And I feel like you can believe that or not. It's just now we're going left field. He asked this question, but I feel like with that being said, I look at all of that religious stuff as like, waiting on Jesus to come back is waiting on a black man and a black woman to get back to where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? To be God and to get back to that godly image of oneself. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you also gotta look at yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from. It's,
Okay.
yeah. So yes.
I'm 63 years old. The one thing I got on young folks is I got more stories to tell and more events that I live. I say that to say this. Where we really fail at is to pool our resources. Can't no one individually pull off anything, but when you gather those numbers and we all throw a buck in, we all got ownership. We give up ownership, be it to whatever that ethnicity is. Be it the Arabs, I'm just be real clear. Be it the Chinamen, yada yada. We're so quick to say, I'm mad at my money. Here, Mr. Chinaman, that treat me like shit. You have some more of it, even though you're right, Snake. I'm not saying that to be big. Don't get me wrong. But when we're doing the rice, we don't necessarily go into that rice house that look like our mom or our daddies. We don't. Because we're going to keep this real, right, Lance?
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of times we go, man, y'all ain't shit. Keep on going. I'm taking my money over there to that China. China don't respect you. You say, no. Look at them. Look at them. They bring us their money, and we don't even want to live by it. Learn to pull your resources. I ain't no hater. I'm an appreciator. I appreciate you, young man, as you travel. And I'll take your name and number. I'm Zachary Keys of Keys & Associates Auto Brokerage. Let me throw that out there too. And I will save you money on your next used or pre-owned lease vehicle, domestic or foreign. I have a special relationship with those guys. I have to get a plug in there.
Man, plug
That's
is
how
He gonna plug, he'll come and plug it. That's what he does. He promotes black business.
It's on my social media right now. So okay. So a couple things I got going on before I get out your way is every Saturday we got a partnership with. So if you guys don't know, we got a black-owned radio station in St. Louis. It's a Christian radio station, 690 AM Jubilee KSTL. It's black-owned. It's owned by the brother Bishop. I can't think of his last name. That owns the Kojic churches out in West Angeles.
That old KIRL.
No.
Something different.
KSTL,
Blake.
690 AM. So basically, I got a partnership with them where we are periodically throughout the year we're gonna provide if you have a brick and mortar business, we come into your business. We do a live broadcast to help generate more foot traffic, and it's for a small fee. She comes out, a sister by the name of Tammy Renee. Conversation 3.0 is the name of the show. It's 2 to 4 every Saturday. If you are near a radio, check that out. She always has really interesting people and people that are movers and shakers in St. Louis. She gives her platform up to anybody that's out here doing something positive. You don't necessarily have to be a member of the church or anything like that. If you're doing something positive, she'll let you come on the show and put you on her platform. So that's something we do when
You said conversation 2.0.
Conversation 3.0.
3.0.
Yep, and she has a Facebook page as well, go like that. And so that's from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every Saturday. And I'll be on there the end of the month, Larry Hughes, the basketball player from St. Louis. Then we got another Clear Channel thing, but I gotta work out the dates on that. But
That's all on your site though, right?
yeah, it'll be on the page. So everything that I got going on, even for us travel, I always post to the page. We got some things going on. Probably next month we're gonna be in Virginia. So if you got any connections out in the Hampton Roads area, we're looking for black-owned barbershops and beauty shops in that area. We're gonna try to start a whole new campaign out there with.
So you have a web page,
Yes, sir.
website,
Yes, sir.
that African American entrepreneurship can go on,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll promote that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you actually have even better, have a page, a Facebook page that you can promote your own business as much as you like. Now, if you want me to come into your business, it's gonna be a small fee, but you
I got a software engineer that you all might be interested in.
well post it to the page, man. Post it to the page.
I'm liking this. This
You can post it to the page.
school.
So,
This is school
if you have a question, sir?
Yeah, those three areas, the education, the creation of job creation, and supporting new business development, what have you. Do you feel that that the most devastating factor that has devastated those areas in the black community in St. Louis has been political policy or something else?
I wouldn't say it was just political policy. I would say this. Matter of fact, it has nothing to do with politics. Our condition has everything to do with each other. How we view each other, how we view ourselves.
No, I know. What I'm asking, were those the policies that created the problems that we have in those areas? Were those voted in, or was it something else?
Okay, so these three factors right here are what we want to
And
refer
that's the
to.
thing I would like to talk to you more.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is what we're referring to as kind of like the basis behind the black agenda. These should be our main concerns when we go to the table to discuss.
I totally understand.
Okay,
that.
now as far as the way, I guess you could say the black community, what's going on now in the black community, I wouldn't say that it was all voted in, but I will say that what will happen is these representatives, or whatever you want to call them, from certain parties will come to our community, solicit us for our vote, but then support other things that have nothing to do with, like after that, they don't come back and make good on those promises. So that has a lot to do with it, but the current condition of us economically has everything to do with us. Now, there are some things that they prevent us from doing, like redlining, banking, all this other stuff, loans, getting funds. But if you can get everybody in this room to shop with you today, and just say they all spent $100 with you, you know, the bank ain't stopping that. You know what I'm saying? Things that are stopping that is the fact that maybe she's not aware of your business, maybe he doesn't want you to succeed. You know, it's other things, but I think those things all can change with just rooms like this, like-minded people, think tanks, things like what Dr. Lance and Global 1000 are doing. So it's a matter of supporting those entities first, then we branching out, bringing all these networks in together. Everybody in here had a network of 1,000 people. Just imagine the impact we can have in St. Louis overnight. And that's what I tell people. Oh, you will shopping with each other and creating these kind of networks and things like this will change our community literally overnight compared to voting on, you know, putting somebody in a position. Flat out. I mean,
We're about to end the questions. We can talk to them afterwards.
Yeah.
Any quick announcements, any events that are happening this week? I'll just make sure that we know what's going on. Great. Well, Bishop, bring us up.
We're over time, so I'll put my glasses on and just read to you.